God damn it.
That isn't a great way to start the new year.
With me cursing, God damn it.
Maybe that's the way your new year's going to be. Maybe it's going to be a year of,
God damn it. Well, let's face it. What's the day? It's the 8th? It's the 9th today. We're 9 years into 2019.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. The world is a toilet, and the United States is going to be a shithole soon. Remember when Trump called other countries a shithole? Well, guess what? Now we're going to be a shit. You want to hear this tweet that just came in? Not really, but you're going to hear it anyway. Just left meeting with Chuck and Nancy. A total waste of time. I asked what is going to happen in 30 days. If I quickly open things up, are you going to approve border security, which includes a wall or steel barrier? Nancy said no. I said bye-bye. Nothing else works.
And welcome to America.
I mean, come on, dude. Come on.
We're a laughingstock of the world right now.
Oh, right now. I mean,
but
every day. What am I trying to say? Every day that this goes on, we lose more in the future. You follow me?
I do, but also I think, unlike you, I have a little hope. I don't have a lot of faith in Americans.
Okay, so teach me how to have hope. Where's the hope?
The hope is going to be in 2020, where I'm hoping that there will be. There'll be anybody.
He's hitting the road soon, you know.
Just any common sense is going to not re-elect the dude.
Right.
I'm going to talk about re-election. I'm not talking about anyone else coming in.
Right.
I will vote right now if I can to any Democrat. Right. I don't care if it's Malcolm your dog. I'll vote for the dude. America fucked up. Hopefully they're going to realize it, and in 2020 we'll just get somebody else. And if it's a Republican, it couldn't be worse.
Right.
I'm hoping it's going to be a Democrat. That's just my leanings. But
right.
If we re-elect the guy, then we just absolutely get what we deserve. Then we're just a bunch of fucking morons.
Wow. Dude, I mean, the wildlife alone being affected. It's killing me about the national parks because I love Joshua Tree. Well, guess what? They closed that down yesterday.
And it's a bunch of filth.
Oh, yeah. It's feces and piss and corpses. They're finding corpses.
Well, there's no one there to clean the toilets or to clean anything. So when it was open, because it wasn't shut down 100%, people were still going.
Yeah.
And it turned into a big Andy Gump.
God, it's so depressing. I mean, what are the bears going to eat when they're not going to eat, the food that people leave out when they're taking a nap in the tent?
Well, if they don't eat anything and a bear doesn't shit in the woods, do you hear it?
This guy. You know what? This is funny because more evidence that you're not, even though you're Jewish, you denounce your Judaism.
I do not.
You're wearing a Dark Side of the Moon shirt. It's very interesting. Underneath the prism, it says 73 tour.
Right.
Now, is that a real shirt?
It's a real shirt, but I did not get it at the time. No, in 1973, I was 11 years old.
Okay.
So do the math.
Well, you know this maniac, Roger Waters, as brilliant and wonderful as he is, the guy supports Palestine, and he tells other musicians not to perform in Israel. Yeah. And you're walking around in his shirt.
Well, I like the music. I can separate the music from the bass player's political views. Yes, I'm that evolved where I can do so.
That's great.
Yeah. I can go see a Woody Allen movie. I can separate the movie from, Woody Allen being a perv.
I'm glad you brought up Woody Allen because I got to tell you something, man. One of the gifts that I got for Christmas has been so special. And I don't know what it is. I didn't even know this thing existed. But seriously, it's only been within the past, I'd say, 2 years that I rediscovered Roman Polanski's Rosemary's Baby.
Great film.
When's the last time you saw it?
Actually, it was on cable.
Recently?
It was recently. I would say within the last 6 months, and I was channel surfing, and it came on.
Yeah.
I think it started like 10 minutes earlier.
Wow.
And I saw it. It was pretty fucking good.
You watched it?
Watched the whole thing.
Draws you right
Mia
in.
was amazing.
Mia fucking Farrow, dude. So she's married to... This book is basically a coffee table book about the making of the film.
Right. And I believe, if I have a little bit of a backstory, that during the movie is when Frank Sinatra divorced her.
Correct.
And just had someone give her papers.
Correct. On set.
On set, yeah. I read about that.
Which screwed up an entire night of filming.
Right.
Roman's playing ping pong with Cassavetes. Those two didn't get along. Next thing you know, they're saying Mia's in her dressing room devastated. So he goes in. And then after filming, Mia says in the book that she wound up hanging with Roman and Sharon Tate to kind of recover from
no shit.
that terrible blow. She's like, listen, if Frank wants the divorce, he can have it. But Frank was really a jerk about things.
Yeah.
He didn't want her doing that movie. He wanted to have her in a movie he was making called The Detective. She said, I'll make The Detective. Let me make Rosemary's Baby first. William Castle and Robert Evans, the producers, they worked it out so she could go and make this other movie. Well, obviously, it never happened.
Right, and because Frank Sinatra was a control freak.
Right. And then you think about Roman, it's like, oh my God, especially with all of the horrible Me Too stories that blew up. But his thing is so weird because, and I'm not apologizing for his behavior or anything, but first of all, the dude was a brilliant filmmaker. Brilliant. And the way they brought him in, and this, Rosemary's was his first American film.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And the way they brought that dude in, and it's just all so fascinating, Lorenzo. I can't even tell you. And it's such a beautiful book. But the way this man makes movies is like, why can't he still... Why did he have to get into a jacuzzi at Jack Nicholson's place while Jack was away and enter, she was 12 years old, 13,
14?
Enter her backside.
Right.
You know, years and years and years later, after all of these beautiful classics that he made, you know, Chinatown, The Pianist, so many great films after that, Frantic, boom, she comes out and talks about it. And this was like a long time ago. Well, she said, look, I might be paraphrasing her, but she's like, it's okay, it happened, but just so you know, it did happen.
Yeah, and she forgave him, and life goes on.
And life goes on. Well, it
also,
didn't go on for Roman.
Also, the rumor is also remember the movie Tess? With a really young, cute Natasha Kinski?
Yes.
Well, he got up with her, too.
Oh, he did?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, we know that Roman then really needs to check his moral code.
Yeah.
It's just too bad that happened, his fall from grace, because now he's not even, he was kicked out of the Directors Guild, and, I mean, who knows what he would make now?
Right. And that's true with anybody. I mean, a lot of my friends, my heroes have fallen, people I looked up to, whether it's Charlie Rose and Tavis Smiley, and I'm a big Louis C.K. fan.
Oh, Louis great.
Louis
was great.
They're all pervs. So it doesn't mean they're not talented, and I can still even enjoy their work.
Right.
But they're sexually repressed and pervy and kind of sick, creepy. But it's just too bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. The only thing I think is that you just own up to it and you get help.
Right.
And if you can resurrect your career, you say, I've gotten help.
Right.
Here's my therapy certificate. I've graduated from, the non-pulling out my dick in front of girls class, and I got an A.
I mean, how hard?
And I want to go on.
What
I
is
think
the
if you
compulsion?
did that, America would forgive you if you really tried to get better.
Yeah.
I think, but they don't. They deny it, except for Louis. Louis didn't deny it. But he didn't do anything to get better. He didn't donate to any kind of cause. He didn't donate to like a women's shelter.
No, I don't know what he was
didn't
doing.
Donate to like the Rosie Palm organization.
I'm friends with the two chicks that, that story broke.
What?
Yeah, they're
really?
on Facebook. I met them on there during the Kung Fu Panda days. They do stuff in animation. They're really funny girls. But yeah, they were in the room. That one time he pulled it. I mean, there's been other times. I think he pulled it out with Sarah Silverman. But I just want to know what that compulsion is to pull your dick out.
Control.
Have you ever taken a dick pic?
It's a power. No, it's a power play. It isn't sexual.
A dick pic or
no. What he did.
Oh yeah, just pulling out your meat.
It's all about power. It's all about I'm powerful. Because he did it with women who wanted, or they were up and coming. They weren't as big as he was.
Right.
It's all about power. It isn't about.
But don't guys know that women? I mean, unless you're a porn star and you're getting paid to worship a cock, don't guys know that girls aren't really interested in your dicks that way? It's more of a
I think,
utility tool.
Well, the ones that don't know it are really immature and,
right.
and they're basically incredibly insecure.
Right.
I think if you're a bit evolved and secure, you do know that.
Right.
I don't think Louis C.K. did.
Right.
And the thing is, though, after it happened, if you go back and watch a lot of his shows and what he talked about and wrote about, it's all right there.
It's all right there.
It's all there.
Especially that film he made.
Yeah.
That oh my God, I saw it.
You did.
I saw that film. I forget what it was called. I Love You, Daddy. So
Doesn't he do it in the film?
Oh yeah, and then so that film didn't make it out. It didn't make it to release because
No, it did, but it got pulled.
Okay, but the discs got out
Right.
before the release.
Yeah.
So if you have a disc, I guess it's like, well, lucky you. You've got something that's really hard to come by. But I watched
No pun
it with
intended.
with my friend Kari, and it's all about a super creepy director fuck who is hot for this teen chick, and there's lots of jokes about whipping your dick out in a meeting. It's crazy. So yeah, all of that stuff was on the table.
Yeah.
It's just, again, too bad because, my God, his show is brilliant.
I loved him. And I loved his work. I don't know the man personally. It's just, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors with him.
Right.
Or even someone as, great in his field as Charlie
Right.
Rose. Big Charlie Rose fan. Watched his show all the time.
Charlie was
Thought
great.
he was one of the greatest interviewers ever, really.
Right.
And now he's just kind of creepy.
Oh.
And he totally denies it, by the way.
Oh, he does?
Oh, yeah, he doesn't. He goes, well, I'm not saying he totally denied, maybe touching a girl here and there, but he doesn't feel like it's a big deal.
Wasn't there a story about him, like, taking a giant crap and making a woman go in and look at it? Something horrible.
I never heard that.
No, it was really horrible, yeah.
Well, that is such a 180 from
Because
his
then all
public
these stories come
persona.
out, and it's like, oh, you can't make this shit up, but then you're thinking, well, wait a second, do I have to give the guy the benefit of the doubt? Is this person making this up? Why would they?
Well,
it's all exhausting.
But that's another layer. Because of the whole Me Too movement,
right.
you are if you're a man, you are absolutely guilty till proven innocent.
Right.
There's not even a question now.
Right.
You don't even have your day in court. All a woman now, because the power is now shifted to their side.
Right.
All she has to do is just invent something and just say something,
Right.
and you're guilty. Period.
Boy, oh boy,
you're guilty.
Oh boy.
That's it. And so I'm not saying that women are abusing that power. Maybe some are, because now if they feel powerless, they have power now. They could just invent any kind of accusation,
Right.
and whoever the man is, famous or not, you're guilty.
Right.
And that's it. And you can spend your whole life trying to prove yourself, but the moment the words come out of a female's mouth, the perception today is that you are guilty.
Right.
And that's sad. That's a sad place for being a man right now.
Yeah, well, who knows if, I hope people are learning from this.
I hope
My
so.
God.
Both sides, obviously.
Yeah.
I hope so. It's a weird time.
Yeah, no, I actually have a friend from long ago who got busted just for language in the room,
Really?
Yeah. Well, a lot of these networks, they're cracking down like a no tolerance type policy, but how do you do that with creative folks in the industry? I mean, they're
don't
maniacs. They're maniacs.
I know.
And it's the producer's job to kind of rein in your real big creative types. That's another thing that I'm learning from this amazing book. John Cassavetes, oh my God, he was a nightmare. And then Roman was also kind of crazy himself. And the two of them, they almost came to fisticuffs one day. And then Ruthie Gordon gets in this little tiny thing. Knock it off, the two of you, and get back to work. And that was it. They never fought again.
Wow.
Yeah.
So she was the big mommy on the set.
And you watch Cassavetes in that film, he is so excruciatingly hateful.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
He's perfect at it.
Oh, yeah. Plus, he's got that really weird, creepy face.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God, dude, when he fucks her unbeknownst.
Yeah.
When she's out and,
Yeah.
I thought we'd have baby night anyway.
Right.
But I was passed out.
Right.
Well, no, you were just tired. That's like he raped his wife or, submissed her while the devil raped her.
Right.
I mean, just
Exactly.
crazy.
And then she
just
says,
crazy.
"Oh my God, this is no dream. This is really happening."
Oh, that's so good.
Oh.
Yeah, Ira Levin, the novelist. I just want to do everything good. I really wanted to read the book, but I guess he put out a sequel in 1997, Son of Rosemary.
Son of Rosemary.
Yeah.
No.
To following up on what happened to the kid.
Right.
But I guess it just bombed out because it wasn't. First of all, it didn't
couldn't
seem
match up to the.
No, but it was also like the final conflict. Like it was the Damien Omens story.
Right.
Like Damien wound up being president,
Right.
or a senator rather.
Right.
Same thing happened, I guess, with Son of Rosemary. Right. And then people
Actually, the Son of Rosemary grows up.
That's it.
And his name is Donald Trump. He's basically the devil.
That's really funny, Lorenzo. I'm glad you think you're so funny. I'm telling you right now, my wall is coming. and then the teachers are going on strike, dude. It's over.
I need to ask you.
Aren't you glad you don't have kids?
Well, that's another. We can talk about that, but
No, we don't have to talk about that.
Okay, but basically, this is now the beginning of January. It's 2019.
Yes.
We start off this podcast brand new of the year, and talk about filth, and America going to shit, and the devil, and pedophilia, and pervs, and taking your cock out.
You had a real reaction to me asking if you took a dick pic. No.
I didn't say no. I've never taken a dick pic. I never have.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even for yourself?
No, I know what I look like. Why would I take one for myself?
Well,
so I can put it on my TV and watch it?
No, but like I have an iPhone 7S and it's got 2 lenses, and I know you like photography.
I do, but not of my own genitalia.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna look closely because
really
I can only get so far. I'm a stocky fella.
I don't have the. What do you want to do?
I just want to look. I mean, I've always admired
your own dick.
Listen, well, what man doesn't? Come on. You don't like your dick? You gotta love your dick.
Well, no, not liking and admiring is
just admiring.
It's quite an ocean.
All right. But listen, do
mentality
I ever say I'm a good-looking guy? Do I ever brag about my?
No.
I think, or I used to think. I don't know if I think this anymore, but I used to think, damn it, it's really too bad that my most perhaps attractive, because I've been told by women. Many women telling me that I have a nice dick. But it's too bad that I can't share that. You know, it's too bad that I can't walk around with my penis head on my shoulders instead of my hideous Ron Perlman head. Because that's a better looking head.
Yes, but do you want to share this to everybody?
No, I'm saying...
There isn't a man that gives a shit.
I'm saying in the days when I'd take a picture and just zoom in. All right, is everything looking good? Nope, there's no chafing. The veins are looking... All right, this is looking good.
So you're saying, though, when you were having sex before your wife and different girls, you get naked and they go, wow, that's a really good-looking dick.
No, but they say, no.
Is it because you are really great at grooming and manscaping?
There's that. But no, I've just gotten compliments on... I mean, it's not a big...
Do you have a beautiful frenum? Is that what it is?
What's a frenum?
It's the top part of the dick.
Is that what it's
called? The frenum.
How do you spell that?
P-H-R-E.
Oh, it's a pH frenum?
It's a pH frenum.
Dude, I never knew that.
I thought you, of all people, would know every single...
I know clitoris. I know labia.
There's the frenum, the shaft, and the...
Vaginosis.
Balls,
I don't know...
I guess.
The femia.
Femia? What the fuck?
I didn't know that. All right, so if I take a picture...
So your frenum is awesome, is what you're saying.
Oh, I would zoom in, and there's no little bumps. It's smooth. It's a nice color. This isn't recent.
Color? Was it orange?
No! Why are we talking about my dick?
You brought it up.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. This is the first conversation I've had with anybody about your dick, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is not a conversation or topic in my house.
No one wants to talk about it.
Your
wife doesn't want to know about my dick.
No.
Naomi does not want to know about your dick.
Know about it, see it, or even feel it.
All right. Well, you know what? None of you have to because you're never gonna see it.
Good.
And I'll keep it hidden because I'm a gentleman.
Well, then
I'm talking about I'm allowed to admire a piece of myself once in a great while.
Well,
and it's one piece of myself
I
used to admire.
It's fine.
I don't admire it anymore. I'm old now. Who
it's
wants
shriveled
to see it?
and smaller and thin and...
Well, no. It's always had a nice little girth going on. It's just, I'm going to be 49. No one wants that.
No, you're right.
Wants that. I'm talking about when I was a young Turk.
I understand.
Of healthy stock.
Virile. Erect.
Pleasure dome.
Right.
Erect.
Your frenum had a smile on it.
Now, I will say this. I did once draw...
I do love that word, actually.
A little happy face.
Frenum is kind of a cool word.
On my frenum. What?
Frenum? It's just...
Yeah.
It sounds like a really great hardcore punk
It sounds
name.
like the next Facebook site.
If I had a really hardcore punk band,
Frenum.
I'd call it Frenum.
That's actually cool.
I would do that. Yeah.
Hey, so we changed the name of the show to Guys Day In, which is so much better.
This is Guys Day In podcast.
Are you going to change the name of the Color Up?
No, I can't.
Why?
Because it's not my band. I didn't name it. I didn't start it.
Yeah, but it's just you and Chevy. And Chevy and Roxy.
We have a girl now. We have this fantastic girl.
So why can't you guys just
we have a great
start
girl
over as those three and call yourselves Frenum?
Well, Well, that would be kind of cool.
You don't have to call yourself
Well, number one, it'd be really great to have a band called Frenum with a girl in it. That would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
But she's great. She's a great addition. But no, the Color Up, it is what it is. It's going to remain. I'm not a control freak. I'm not going to join the band and go, hey, let's change the name now because Lorenzo wants to.
But when you joined the band, there were a bunch of other members in it who are all now gone. So why can't you and Chevy start something new?
Because Chevy is the band. The other members were just auxiliary. He wrote all the songs. It's his vision. It's
all right,
his
clearly you're not the one to answer this question because aren't we going to have them on?
Yes, well, we're going to have it be a surprise, but I guess we can break it. The next episode, we're going to try, and this is kind of self-serving, but they're incredibly cool, funny people. Chevy and Roxy and me and you, Max, are going to do an episode.
No, that'll be fun.
We're going to have them in as special guests.
I'm going to break this man down.
All right.
And by the end of the show, he's going to say, you're right. You're right.
We'll see.
I'm going to change it. We're going to start a new band.
We'll see what happens.
What? You're telling me that the Color Up? Oh, what happened to the Color Up? That there's fans out there? Where did the Color Up go? They're not even going to know. When Frenum comes on the scene, they're going to know.
How about the color Frenum? The Frenum color.
No,
just Frenum.
No.
Huh? Yeah, I kind of like Frenum. I can always see the logo.
I'm telling you that
we're
Color
shooting
Up,
out of this big phallus, all three of us.
Every time I hear that name, I think of that craft place you can go and color mugs. Color me mine. I picture a mug and a fucking paintbrush with colorful paints on it, and it's the worst.
We're going to get to this when the band is here. How about that? All right. And we got some cool things happening. We got some band announcements, which are really, we got some really great possible 2019 opportunities that
that's cool.
We will mention for the future. So, Max, can we go a little positive?
Yeah, what?
Well, it's 2019. You got some cool things happening.
What do I got?
Well, we both have creative endeavors. You've got a very, very cool creative endeavor. And we talked about this before with one of our great friends, the unbelievably cool and talented Mr. Brett Pearsons. You're making a web series.
Yeah, but...
Can you give us a little update on it?
Well, I mean, unfortunately, and you and I went and saw the play together, my dear friend Stephen Marks wrote and directed and co-stars in with his band this beautiful play called Middle Eight.
And it was fucking great.
You liked it, huh?
Oh,
it was great.
It was insane.
Well, Brett, he's very positive in that he's like, no, we can shoot while I'm doing the play, and I knew that wasn't going to happen. So really, we're kind of still in this hiatus now. We're just now like, I've been, first it was like the play was running, and then the holidays came, and then he had family come into town, and then I went up to Los Olivos. So there's been a considerable stall/hiatus.
The production has stopped.
It hasn't stopped. It's just got to get started up again. So
okay. You need the
this
momentum.
is why I'm so the momentum stalled completely, but it's going to be finished. It has to be, and we're getting back to it. But it's just one of those things. It's frustrating because this is what happens when it's just two guys making this thing. I mean, I can't go on and make it without Brett. I need him there mainly to help me.
Right.
I'm behind the camera.
Right. But he's creative consultant.
Directing.
He's also co-director in a way.
Yeah, absolutely.
He can see it's another pair of eyes, another brain to say, hey, why don't we shoot it this way and that kind of thing.
This is we managed to get to a great process where it's like, okay, Brett, go in and talk to the actors about the script. If you have anything or if they have any questions, go in and do that. And then we're going to have just a run-through. I'm not going to tell the actors to do anything. This is what I've learned about directing. Trust your actor. You hire your actor, you're hiring them, or they're, in my case, I'm not hiring them, but I'm paying for their lunch or whatever. But
right.
No, they're doing a favor, and they're happy to be in something that's very unique and pretty horrific and a little bit nihilistic. So they come in, and it's like, I don't have to direct this person. They are prepared, they got their words, and they're going to make magic. So we're going to do one run-through, and I'm going to see where they go with it. And then we're going to do another one, and I may make a physical adjustment. When you get up on that line, cross over to that side of the couch or whatever. That's been great. And Brett has to mark all that shit down. It kind of went to shit, and we just sort of like, don't worry about it. I'll just figure it all out later.
Oh, okay. So whatever notes you were doing to make it more efficient, it's basically out
there. Well, everything is there in the file. It's there in the stuff that we filmed, and I've gotten pretty far away from the files as far as like mentally, which I'm both nervous and excited about because pretty much this week I get back to editing.
Oh, good.
Yeah. But I do want to say this is why I'm so glad. Even though I'm so excited, and even though we made an awesome little teaser for this thing, I'm so glad I didn't put it out, the teaser, prematurely. I wanted to put it out on Halloween, thinking that this thing was going to be ready in February.
No,
this thing ain't going to be ready in February.
It always goes longer.
Always.
Longer. I mean, I'm directing my first little music video for the Color Up. And it's taken months.
You're still working on it.
I'm still working on it. We're hoping that it's going to be done in about a month, and it's looking great, and it'll be online for everybody.
Cool.
But it's what you said. I didn't know it would take this long.
Right.
And it's just scheduling and the holidays and travel and blah, blah, blah.
I mean, now it's like, holy God, scheduling. I mean, now we're starting to get into the big scenes. Like, we have to do a lot of scenes involving, more than 2 actors.
Oh.
More like 5, 6 actors.
So there's just more blood.
Yeah, there's more blood, and there's more activity, and there's more locations. Like, I got to go shoot in an office building. I've already got the office building. My friend has an office. It's beautiful. I've already seen the pictures. Great. So I get to go in there with my friends and play, and it's going to be wonderful.
Right.
But it's good. It is really good that time is on our side. And I hate to bring it back to Rosemary's Baby, but, like, that film went $400,000 over budget.
Oh, wow. Back then, that was a lot of money.
Yeah, I believe it was $1.2 million. It went over that budget. But boy, obviously it raked once the thing opens. It was a massive hit. And it's so funny because Mia said the one thing that she wanted after Frank treated her so badly with the divorce thing, the one thing she wanted was for her film to be a bigger hit than his, The Detective, and it was.
Oh, by far.
Yeah. So no, I'm very excited to get back to that, and this year wasn't. It's so funny. I'm not so much this New Year's resolutions guy. I think you know that.
Not a resolution, but but life goes on.
I always like a refresher. I always like to for example.
You're not going to change. I have known you for a lot of your life, most of your life. You haven't changed one fucking bit since you were almost 12 years old. There's not going to be a resolution for Max Koch. You don't want to achieve anything. You don't want to change. You don't want.
I don't want to achieve anything.
No, you basically
is that
just
the perspective?
No,
tell me. Be honest.
You want to create. I don't know if you really want to achieve anything. Me knowing you're not going to change. There's no resolution.
So you're saying I'm not as ambitious as I should be?
No, I'm not talking about a should or not should. I'm saying that knowing you, you have creative endeavor. No. What I'm saying is, don't put words in my mouth.
I'm trying to understand.
Oh, if you let me finish.
All right.
If I can put my words into feelings and vice versa.
Hold
on. Oh, get off your phone. You're looking at your phone.
No, my downstairs call box is ringing.
Okay.
So I want to make sure if they have a package for me.
All right. Or maybe it's one of those guys stealing your package.
Hey, you want some more wine?
No, I'm good. I'm cool. You take some more, dude. Really good wine, by the way.
Yeah.
We're drinking a wine called The Path, which is a Pinot from Napa Valley. If you want to go get that in your local wine store.
Hey, you know what? It opened up fast. Go ahead.
It's great. No, what I'm saying is I've known you, and you've never been an achievement kind of guy. You kind of just do what you do. Every year it's kind of like, okay, whatever happens, happens.
Right.
You've got the creative things you're doing. You're not lazy. You just don't have a goal to achieve something. You want to do the best you can when opportunities come up.
Right.
But you're not like a resolution guy. It's 2019. You don't have a resolution. You don't want to change. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying that that's not where you're coming from.
Well, I do want to change.
You do?
Sure.
What? What do you want to change?
All right. Well, obviously. And I've exercised more since the new year turned over.
Okay.
Nicole got me this book that is very funny. It's one of those daily kind of check-in books, kind of like a goal-centric book.
I'm sure you love that.
Oh, God, it was awful. But, he asks you a bunch of questions. And, look, it's just one of those things that kind of get you motivated.
Did it work?
Well, I'm still in the process, I just want to watch Narcos.
Yes.
There's no more Narcos. No, but I hear what you're saying. I think there's always been that undercurrent of low self-esteem. Just acceptance that I'm never going to be anything. And that kind of just
rolls over from year to year.
Oh, God.
And this is another year of that.
But that said, That said, I had my best financial year last year.
You had a great year.
I've ascended.
Right. And that's all great.
A little bit.
But that wasn't any kind of going into 2018 resolution or any kind of goal. You just basically
bled over.
It just, whatever opportunities came, you rose to the occasion. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I'm not judging anything.
Right.
I'm just saying that you're not that guy to go, it's a new year, I'm going to achieve this, and this.
No.
You just kind of do whatever comes.
Yeah, you're right.
Nothing's wrong with that. I'm not judging that. I'm just saying that knowing you, that's the way Max Koch is.
Look, I used to be that guy. Like, all right, here we go. It's 2006 now, and I'm a whole new me. And I go back to the same.
Right. That's exactly what I'm saying.
But I think
now it's 2019.
In many ways, a lot of people do.
I agree. But I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about you.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. Just you. This is all about you.
Wow. I don't know if I want to talk about this anymore.
Okay.
No, one of the most.
How about those Lakers, huh?
One of the most depressing things my mom ever said to me was, "Yeah, I really thought you were going to win an Oscar at age 32."
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Now my life goes in the garbage.
Yeah. No, but no complaints. It's been a pretty great life up until.
It's been. What do you mean?
No, I'd say
it is.
I'd say the past 10 years have been pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say.
Okay.
That.
I mean,
I've had some hard knocks.
Yes.
And I've had some bad things go on growing up. But no, I'm not waiting tables. I don't have to put an apron on.
Right. No, you've definitely come a long way. And the struggle, you're not struggling.
Right.
I knew you when you were struggling. You're past that struggle.
Right.
You're kind of coasting in a very nice, cool wave, cool vibe right now.
Right.
And I'm happy for you. I really am.
No, I like the cool, vibey wave thing.
Yes.
That's nice.
Yeah, well, you are. And I think that that's going to get better. I think that wave is going to grow, frankly.
Right, and then maybe, who knows, perhaps opportunities will come from this
Absolutely.
Web series thing. Because I got to tell you, like,
and you know what else I see?
I really like directing. What?
Yes, I know you do. I know you like being behind the camera.
I do.
But I think both of us read the same thing today, and this could resurrect another little layer of Max Koch. This year is the 20th anniversary of The Sopranos.
Oh! Gagooch.
And David Chase. He's not making a Sopranos movie.
No.
But he's
it's a prequel, isn't it?
It's a prequel.
It's Johnny and June.
Yeah.
In the old days.
And a young Tony.
T is, yeah.
Yeah.
With the long hair.
So there's going to be a lot of Sopranos consciousness. HBO is running the entire series again.
Oh, yeah?
And I think your phone's going to be ringing to do Tony.
Oh, God.
Are you okay with that?
I mean, it's so played, but I'd do it.
Well, it's played, but it's going to be resurrected again.
I got to tell you something. I got to buy that book, The Sopranos Sessions. And I've been reading interviews with Chase. It's pretty fucking interesting. But, don't you miss Jim Gandolfini? I heard that Edie pitched Chase the idea of Carm running the family.
Yeah, I read that too.
Yeah.
He said, we're done.
Yeah, we're done.
we're basically done.
Yeah.
He was done. You know, and I think that's really good.
Did you read that one thing, though, that made me very sad? There was one interview where he was saying, that Gandolfini was pretty much done by season 6, and Chase was done.
Yeah.
And they were done with each other.
Yeah.
And the interviewer was like, but you guys went on to make that other movie together a couple years ago. He said, yeah, that was fine, but as far as Sopranos, it was done.
Yeah.
And, I got to tell you something. Speaking of Sopranos, I have a deep affection for sitcoms I grew up on, and Nicole and I have been we'll watch an episode of All in the Family, like, while we eat. So we're in the last season now. And there was an episode the other night where Archie and Edith and Barney and Bev, I believe, maybe not Bev, but Barney's wife, they all go to a cabin for a weekend, and they're playing Monopoly, and all hell breaks loose between the couples. Do you remember that episode of The Sopranos?
I really don't.
It was the first episode of, was it season 6, part 2? Do you remember that when they all go up to the cabin?
In The Sopranos?
Yeah.
So it was a takeoff on the All in the Family?
No, I'm just saying it was the exact same fucking premise.
I
it was
see.
so weird.
Oh, no, I don't remember
Yeah,
that
we
at all.
just watched this All in the Family the other night, and then years and years and years later, they made that episode of The Sopranos, and
see.
it's the same goddamn show.
I see.
It's crazy.
Okay.
Very interesting. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I will get that Sopranos Sessions book, and if someone calls, I'm actually surprised that maybe HBO doesn't like me.
Why?
I'm actually surprised they haven't reached out.
You mean to do voiceovers or to do like...
No, just like, let's say you're going to put The Sopranos out on a DVD or a Blu-ray box set.
Right.
What if you had like the extras in there?
Right.
have the guy who does Tony Soprano.
Right.
But now, that was so long ago, even for me. There's a new guy out there doing Tony
Oh,
Soprano.
is there really?
Oh, yeah.
I bet he's not as good.
He's got a different premise. I'm not going to bash the guy, but people seem to really like him.
All right.
And it's like, God bless.
Oh, of course.
Enjoy.
You're not pining to do that.
No, I'm really not.
No, but I can still see your phone ringing.
Listen,
Or you're texting.
Don't text me.
All
No, don't call me, rather. Listen, whatever, come what may. No, I'm just looking forward to finishing my project, and the one goal, I'm giving myself one major goal.
What is that?
And I don't want to announce it, because what if it doesn't happen? I have to draw something really special before year's end. Even if it's not a graphic novel, but even if it's just a little comic book, or...
Oh, you should totally do that.
I miss drawing so much.
Well, then, right now you're passionate. You're passionate about two things.
Yeah.
A really great ass and
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump. Mm-hmm. So what you could do is, what if you make a small comic,
Right.
like a little mini-series, about a guy who loves ass?
Okay, interesting.
You know what I mean? And what he
I
goes
do like
through.
drawing ass.
I know you do. And I think that you should use that as some kind of premise for the ass man or something. Or call it asinine.
Cosmo Kramer?
Yeah.
Asinine.
Call it asinine, and it's about
All right.
he's kind of pervy, but he's it's more Robert Crumb-ish in the sense that he just likes looking
Right.
at big, powerful butts, and he goes through life sort of succumbing to the ass of the world.
My mom sent
You
me...
could draw some cool things.
My mom sent me Art Crumb's latest book
Yeah.
as a birthday present from last year. I just kind of got to it, but it's Robert Crumb's Dreams.
Oh, wow.
They're not as interesting as you would
Oh,
hope.
really? Okay. Well, I think for putting him aside, you should do that comic book.
Well, maybe I will.
Okay.
I might be going to Ireland this year,
Wow.
finally.
Fuck yeah.
But now that Malcolm's getting old, I don't know. It's
Yeah,
gonna depend if
we
he's
have
gonna-
to go a little bit. This might be, unfortunately, not a good year for Malcolm.
Don't say that.
I'm just
but
throwing it out there because he
You're
is old.
awful.
But you're
No,
the,
he
no,
is
but
old.
you're the great dad though. You're keeping him alive and
I'm not keeping him
comfortable.
alive against his will.
I'm not saying against Will, but
He's improved.
He is improved. But,
But
he's
no,
old.
the we'll know when it's like enough already.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean,
as long as he doesn't suffer.
no. There's no. And believe you me, I made sure to get that kid some pain meds, and he's, as long as he's eating and trying to jump on the couch to be in my lap and going to the bathroom without any trouble, he's such a good boy. I mean, sorry to gross out the listeners, but my very old pug had terrible diarrhea last night. But not in my house. He was instead wandering the house like crazy on his gimpy 3 legs in order to be let outside, and that's when he did his thing. So he's such a good boy that he suffered while we were asleep, and then finally barked and woke us up and ran to the door.
But you love the pug. Now the pug species, especially if they're rescues, most
Yeah.
of the time, as cute as they are, they're fucked up.
The rescue ones are fucked
They're
up,
fucked
dude.
up, but you love them. You keep on rescuing
Dude,
them, spending
You're
thousands
so
of
right.
dollars
Thousands of dollars
to keep them alive. And they
Bugsy
add-
was my only pug
they
that
add a-
never had any problems, and that's
Right.
because he was a purebred.
right.
And it was the only time we bought a dog on a beautiful ranch in Seattle. We were in our 20s. What do we know about rescues?
Right.
Buy this dog. Fucking 9 years of perfection, seamless, drops dead on a Sunday morning on his walk.
Right.
I wish these guys would go out that way. But my Lily, my Mickey with the cancer, now Malcolm, oh my Lord! Medications, strollers, vet visits, laser treatments.
And you're here today, and you have been up all night.
All night long.
with Malcolm.
I almost bailed. I don't want to drive down here.
But you came.
Here I am.
All right. Well, I wish Malcolm a healthy year.
What about your year? What do you got to look forward to?
I got some cool things.
Besides Color Up.
Got the Color Up. The Color Up's going to get some opportunities to play outside of Los Angeles. We can talk about that
That's
when
always great.
Chevy and Roxy are here.
Yeah.
I'm personally going to go to South Africa in a couple months.
You are?
We're going to go. I have a good friend in Cape Town,
Whoa!
and we're going to go see her and hang out with her and see what Cape Town has to offer.
Is she hot?
Yeah, she is, but she's hot on the inside because she's beautiful on the inside too.
September 77, Port Elizabeth, weather fine. I don't know why Pee Wee singing
I don't know.
Vigo. It was business as usual in police room 619. That's not a very good PhD.
We're not going where Biko was, but we are going to go to Robben Island.
Oh.
And that's where Mandela was.
Your sister hates me. It is unbelievable
You're the
how much she hates
king
me.
of segues.
She hates me.
She doesn't.
She does.
Okay, she does not hate
That's
you.
great,
I
man.
think that you're just too weird for her.
It's funny. I saw. I looked at a dry white season last year again. Do you remember that film?
No.
Uzan Palsy directed a film, and it was one of Marlon Brando's last films. But he did the movie for free. Got nominated for Best Supporting Actor. He plays a South African barrister.
Oh.
Who takes on a case of a black man who was beaten very severely in his cell. And, it's one of those apartheid movies. Remember
I want
those?
to see that. I do remember.
It's quite beautiful.
My friend,
very well acted.
Well, my friend lived in South Africa during apartheid.
Oh, man.
Yeah, she was there.
Wow.
She knows it very well.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I wish she lived here. She lives in Atlanta now, but she'd be a great guest.
Oh. So what are you guys going to do?
We're going to go to a lot of things. We're going to go on a safari. We're going to see rhinos and tigers and lions. We're going to maybe go to a cheetah rescue place where we're going to hang out with cheetahs.
Hey!
And South Africa is kind of like the Napa Valley of...
yes, of course.
In Cape Town specifically.
Yes.
A lot of wineries. We're going to go to some good wines. And I might do a bucket list trip with Charlie. I want to go diving in a cage with great white sharks.
Oh, my God.
And we might do that. We'll see if we can make that happen.
So, wow. So because Charlie is fucking hot.
Charlie is a beautiful
So how
person.
does your
She's
wife
an amazing
allow
singer.
that to happen?
We were in a band together.
Right.
Yes.
But how does your wife and her husband just allow that?
What do you mean?
You're not a threat?
No. No one's a threat. We're not going to go into
My
a
wife
cabin.
would never let me go on a trip alone with a woman.
No, I didn't say I was going alone.
Oh.
My wife is coming with me.
Oh, you didn't mention that.
Well,
you said I'm going with Charlie, not I'm going with my wife.
No.
That's a little weird. You're more excited to get into a cage with Charlie than you are with your own wife. Just admit it.
Well, Naomi's not going to the cage, number one.
Oh.
Matter of fact, neither is Charlie's husband.
I didn't.
They both said no
I didn't
to
think
that
so.
one. No, actually,
No.
that will be me and Charlie.
Okay.
We'll be in the cage together.
Okay.
She wants to do it, and I want to do it.
But you said one of my bucket list things is to get into a cage with Charlie.
No, I said it was sharks.
Yeah, but you got to get into the cage, and you
Yes.
said specifically with Charlie.
Because she's going. The other two don't want to go.
She is so hot. She gave me a lap dance.
She did give you a lap dance.
It was one of the greatest
When
nights
we
of my
were in a
life.
band together, we were in a band called Here and Now.
Yeah.
And we played a little bar
Universal
in the
Bar
valley.
and Grill.
And she got off stage and
Yes.
sat on your lap
Yeah.
and sang to you.
Oh.
Yeah.
And she was wearing...
Was your really great looking dick back then
Yes.
really hard?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and she had the really tight little white yoga pant. White! She's this ebony goddess.
Yes, she is.
In this little beautiful... and she very charismatic.
Fantastic.
Good singer.
Fantastic on all
But
accounts.
Wearing white, that contrast, so beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, lucky you, man.
I'm a lucky guy.
That's going to be great.
So in a
I hope
future
the sharks
episode-
don't start crashing into the cage. And
Yeah,
then
me too.
They're going to make that hole.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have to go down to the bottom floor and hide.
It'll be in your Apple news feed. Stupid tourist gets eaten by great white shark. One in a
where do
million
you go
times.
For that?
You go, Cape Town is known as Shark Alley. Because it's where a lot of great white sharks end up.
Oh, so are you saying...
It's right off the coast of Cape Town.
Oh, so Charlie and husband are going with you to South Africa?
Yeah, we're meeting them there.
Oh!
That's why we're going. Charlie's from there, and she said, when I go home, you've got to come meet me. I want to show you where I'm from.
Oh.
So we've talked about it for a number of years, and this is the year.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
That's great,
Yeah,
man.
so that'll be maybe a future topic for an episode.
Now, does Naomi get along with Charlie and
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, they love each other.
They love each other.
Best of friends. And then Charlie's married to a great musician himself.
What does he play?
He plays bass and guitar.
Oh.
And he sings. He's a fantastic guy.
Okay.
And a great musician. So the four of us are going to have a lot of fun.
That's great.
Yeah. And then you're going to go to Ireland.
Well, I mean...
And you're going to be hitting the pubs, and you're going to be drinking Guinness, and...
Listen, I'm celebrating 20 years of marriage with Nicole. We got to do something.
You have to.
We got to do something. Can you believe I've been with her for 25 years?
I can't believe
the
opposite.
20... I don't do math.
I can't believe she's been with you for 20
26 years total with the same person. person.
We got to get her in
Each
here.
And
We got to have her as a guest and ask her that question. Hey, Nicole, how is it being with him for 26 years? And then we can just sit back and she'll talk for an hour.
You know what? We were talking because I told you when I was up in Los Olivos, we were at that restaurant and we saw that Cards Against Humanity game.
Yeah.
I've never played it. If you want, what if we come to you and then we do that show and then afterward order in some food and play Cards Against Humanity?
That would be really fun.
Wouldn't that be a good day?
You see if your wife is into it.
I'll see. I don't see why she wouldn't.
I don't see why she wouldn't.
She used to come on my old Mimosa show.
Let's do that. That'd be really fun.
In fact, she did an episode where Max's wife takes over. And she has a great voice.
She does.
Very soothing.
She's very soothing, and she's incredibly funny and intelligent and entertaining. I think she'd be a great guest.
You know what? I'm gonna leave on. I'm gonna leave on this note.
Okay.
So, here's some personal growth. Here's some change I've made. I started out talking about the current administration, and I made fun of the guy in the White House and all that. I'm very upset. So that kind of bleeds into the fact that I can't deal with people who love him so much anymore, because I have some of those people in my fairly immediate family. So I'm just going to say this. So this past weekend, I was very moved. You know, Adriana Cortez, the senator in New York, that little thing.
Oh, right.
She's so great. So she got in there with the women of Congress that were coming in.
Right.
How exciting, right? And she took a little selfie of her because she's 29. She's going to take a selfie of her in Congress.
Right.
Oh, the uproar from the extreme right, okay? Well, I thought that photo was so great that I used that as a cover photo on my Facebook. Well, Gramps, who I made that documentary about a long time ago, my grandma is married to a guy who worships Trump. In fact, he worships him so much that he doesn't really talk to me anymore because he knows I don't worship Trump. He's so extreme right and so believing all of the bullshit about the border and the crisis and everything else that he has basically shut me out. And he takes on my uncle on Facebook and all this stuff, and he friended me on Facebook, and I knew that was a bad idea. The guy's 80. You don't want to be friends with a cantankerous, mean, crotchety. When this guy was drinking, he was a great guy. Off the stuff, he's not such a good guy.
Right.
He writes a comment on my cover photo because he had been on my mind and bothering me a lot lately, like hurting my feelings a lot. He wrote on my cover photo of these beautiful, ethnically diverse women in Congress, he wrote, "These have to be 3 of the ugliest losers I've ever seen."
Oh, he's hateful.
Now listen, I'm walking Barney. That's my other little dog. He's fine. Lorenzo, my whole body filled with pain and tension. I couldn't even walk anymore. I was so upset. I get up to the place, my house. I walk in the door. I fall to my knees, bawling.
Really?
I've known this guy my entire life. It made me so angry. And it just came at such the wrong time, on such the wrong photo, in such a wrong, insidious way that I almost had like a mental breakdown. I was so upset. And my wife is like, "This is it. You have got to protect yourself." And I am the only one in the family who's been sending them nut trays and gift cards on holidays. I'm the only one because they've isolated everyone with their Trump love. And this is extreme Trump love. You should see the memes he posts.
Wow.
And I try to say to him, "Gramps, if you go to Snopes, this isn't real. This is a fake meme." And I felt bad that he was getting upset at fake memes, you know, his own version of fake news. Wouldn't have it. I don't want to hear it. This is real, da-da-da. But I got so upset that I just unfriended him. He doesn't know. He has no idea.
Right.
I
But
haven't
is
heard
that the
anything
growth
from him.
that you unfriended him?
No, the growth is that I'm protecting myself from things that make me feel horrible.
You have to.
And I didn't used to
And
do
don't
that.
exacerbate that. Don't engage in it.
I don't. Well, I can't anymore with him, but I was always very gentle with him. I never said you're wrong. I never said,
Well, he's your grandfather.
how could you post this? I never.
You do
I
love
was
the guy.
Always so kind.
Right.
So kind. And he would call me angry and hateful. Always so kind. But it really broke my heart. And so I'm not putting up with that anymore. I'm just going to do the Irish goodbye on situations like that. You know what that is?
No.
You're at a party. You're having a great time. Next thing you know, you look, and that guy's gone. He had a great time. He'll check in with you later. He does the Irish goodbye. He leaves without saying goodbye.
Doesn't even need to wrap it up.
Doesn't have to.
He doesn't put a bow on it.
He doesn't have to walk around the party and say goodbye to everyone.
I'm done. This was a fun evening, and he is a ghost.
He's a ghost. And then the next thing you know, they're like, hey, what happened to
Seamus?
Oh, Seamus gone. Oh, well, he must have done the Irish goodbye. God bless him. Sláinte.
Nice.
And he's out. That's what I'm doing in situations that I don't feel comfortable. I'm not going to confront. I'm not going to rip apart. I'm not going to dissect. I'm just going to protect myself.
And just leave.
But the problem, you have to understand that's a big deal for me because I've always been the nurturing, downright at times like needy, loving being.
Right.
No. I'm out.
You're not just going to leave right now, are you?
Yeah, this is it.
Okay.
We're done.
All right.
First show of 2019, I quit.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're
so
growing.
I feel that's
what you're saying is you don't have room for negativity.
I don't.
You want positive. You want the light, not the dark.
I know. Get rid of the dark. I'm trying to find what little light is left.
Okay.
It's funny.
See, that's a good way to begin the year. You're beginning the year with positivity and light. Look at you. That's growth for you.
Oh.
Are you going to start wearing white jumpsuits now?
No.
Because you're wearing all black, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, on that note, do you have any parting words or beginning words for a new year for anyone listening?
Happy New Year. For the 4 people that listen, thanks. Good to see you, my man.
Good to see you.
We're going to go see a documentary on Public Image Limited.
No, we're going to go see him in person.
Johnny's not going to be there, is he?
Yes.
I thought it was just the director.
No, I thought it was both of them. It's a question.
Both of them have done it before, but they're saying it's just the director. If Johnny's there, we're in for a treat.
That's actually what I thought it was going to be.
No, it's the film and then a little Q&A after
with
the
just
director. There's no way that dude. Johnny's going to show up, right?
That's what I thought was going to happen.
No, it's happened before.
I'm depressed now.
I know.
All right.
We may not.
Well, that's great for the 4 listeners. If there's even 5 listeners, I wish everybody a Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Drink
wine. Be nice to each other.
Go towards the positivity.
And don't worry about the border. The borders.
It's the political situation.
Don't worry about
itself out.
Worry about it. But
but still,
I'm saying don't let it destroy your life, even though
it's destroyed Max's.
See, I like that we have this symbiotic thing going on finally.
Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks for listening. See you next time.